Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 117 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian, and we have our players today. Same as always, we have Kyle, Matt, Greg, Josh, and Katie. Um, I already said Happy New Year. I don't got anything to say to you guys. I got nothing
Wow.
else. I'm not pleasant. Uh, let's jump into it.
New year, same me.
New Year, worse me, getting worse
Oh
every
no,
year. Uh,
we're going
And
I'll
that's a
backwards.
improve in
promise.
hell. Here
What
at
a
the Dice
mood.
Cult, you can
That's
watch
how
me get
age
worse and
works.
worse and
Mm,
worse.
mm.
Um, I think I'll do a quick recap and then we can jump right back into things. Um, Last session, pretty straightforward. A lot of traveling northward. You guys are currently heading towards Jarlsbecker, where you heard that the guard may be, or at least is heading in the direction of. Uh, Unclear on sort of the final resting spot for his trajectory. Um, I make this pretty quick. Conversations had, you are informed by Alyona that she does not see Loki anywhere in the lighthouse.
Hmm.
She says it is vacant. Roshan replies with, "That's probably totally fine. Uh, this is probably okay." Um, some more personal sendings are sent out, some scries, and during this time, the shadow asks Roshan to sing it a song, so that the shadow may kind of step into this liminal space where it had encountered entities in its space, not in a like a distance or whispers in the shadows. It felt as if something was literally in its space with it, multiple voices. And so Roshan sang, and the party was like, "This is definitely cool." As 2 hours pass of Roshan singing, not informing the group to why. I'm just going
Mm.
for it until um, the bubble where they have set up shop for the night begins to heat up, and it becomes warm, and you have to take like gloves, scarves off, and the sweat at the back of the neck as you can see a darkness grow on the side of the bubble next to Roshan, where you were encountered by a larger, more intimidating, more intimidating version of the shadow. Those are the words. Um, this one speaking to Roshan, speaking to them nicely, but in a more kind of condescending manner, kind of speaking to something fragile, something young, a child, and then offering that, "I know you have made a deal already, but what if we can make a new one? That person over there," motioning to Fen, "has hurt your feelings. We all experienced it. I could fix that for you." And compelled to do so, Fen took his kukri to his neck, the kukri held at bay by Nyx, trying to dispel the magic. And after Roshan stood steady against this entity, it requested that if you want to talk to her, you just call her. And she is forced back, and the shadow resumes its place, informing you that it did encounter multiple entities um, in a space that seemed grand and small and non existent and real and bright and dark. There was nothing to see, but everything was present. And everybody there agreed that Roshan was very important and worth protecting. They were very upset, though, that the magic the shadow was storing was used to regain its arms and the warlock connection to Roshan. And after having this altercation with multiple beings, voices, identities, the shadow explains this through Roshan's voice to the party, and then informs Roshan that they aren't sure they want to be complete anymore. And as Fen deals with the trauma of once again being held in place by something more powerful than himself, um, all of you sit inside of this bubble now at a normal temperature. kind of an unease in the air, but nothing seems off besides the kind of the dregs of an altercation. Is there anything you guys wanted to do tonight before watch?
I think Nana does. Once Nana can kind of like get Fen comfortable, it seems obvious he isn't inclined to rest or even to meditate, but she gets him as comfortable as she's able. And sort of just says, I'll check in again on you later, all right? Just take it easy.
I'm going to try. Thank you, Nana.
Is there anything else I can do?
Maybe take a walk with me in a bit. I'm not sure I want to stay in this bubble right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go check the fire.
Okay. Take a walk for a minute, and I'll follow after a little while. I'll join you for first watch. How's that?
Okay. Anyone
If
else?
you replied, I didn't hear it.
Fen's fine with that.
Okay. Very good. All right. I would assume once Fen steps outside of the bubble, Nana kind of like watches him go for a second and moves over towards Roshan and what's Roshan up to? How's he looking?
Well, let's see. Let's roll a saving throw. Oh, that's not a 1. That's a 7. So I think his cheeks are pink. And because he's embarrassed because that's not what he expected to happen, but I think he's coping just fine.
Okay. All right. So that all seems pretty obvious, I would think, to Nana, being somebody who's known Ro a long time. So, obviously it seems like that wasn't really how you expected that to go. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Though I am a little worried about Fen.
I'll look in on him. He's taking a breather. I'm gonna go and have a walk with him for first watch, and I'll keep an eye on him. What were you trying to do exactly with your shadow?
They seemed to want to go speak with, I don't know, other shadows. And
this is the first time I'm hearing about any kind of like multiplicity going on, like other elements besides the entity that I've heard you speaking to.
yeah,
Is this new? Is this because of the rituals you were doing, or?
it's, well, when I was injured, the shadow was injured, and while they were injured, they could hear these voices and wanted to talk to them, but were afraid of losing themselves in the murmur. And so I offered to be an anchor, and well, that was that's what happened.
Huh. So these are the, I don't know, entities, shadows, things. They can they do, can they all do what that one did? Can that one do that again without you actually calling it?
I don't think so.
I hope
I
not.
don't think many of them are that powerful. The shadow said that what they found there were shadows bigger and shadows smaller than them, despite not being able to see. But that I feel like whatever went back through was a bigger one, I hope.
It looked bigger.
And I'm sorry. I didn't think it was something that I needed to prepare for in any way, but that was a poor decision on my part. I apologize.
I think maybe once Fen has had a chance to rest for a bit, he's probably the one you will want to apologize to. But later.
Sure.
I hold no grudge. I don't think there's any way you would have been able to know that that was going to happen. So, if your shadow friend needs help, wants to find something else out about themselves, perhaps without doing this, I don't know, spiritual spelunking, well, all they need do is ask. If they're tied to you, then as far as I'm concerned, they're part of this party, and I'm not going to leave them without help.
I think Roshan has to hold back the urge to say, next time he'll do it alone.
God
Uh,
damn it. I mean,
And so he says instead, I think they would welcome the help from all of us.
whatever we can do. I don't know what is within our capacity, but we'll do it.
Neither do I, but hopefully it's enough.
I hope so. I think Nana kind of reaches over and clasps Roshan gently on the shoulder. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good. Sorry for waking everyone up.
Don't be, honestly. I think that this was better to happen now than later, further down the road, when things were more dangerous. This is a relatively quiet stretch so far, knock on wood. She raps on one of her spear handles.
I kind of enjoyed the music
I did as well. Honestly, I'd missed you singing.
before it got a little feverish.
The fever dream part was a little less on the mark, but I have missed you singing, Ro, and I'd play pan flute for you anytime. I'm not that good, you remember. I haven't gotten better since I haven't been practicing, but I'll do it anyway.
Well, perhaps I'll pick it up again.
I think music suits you. Of course, oration has always been your strong suit. I think Nana will make sure he's got a water skin close by and start taking her leave to go help walk with Fen for Watch 1.
Okay. Anything for the remaining people inside of the bubble.
Nyx is gonna step out of the bubble for a bit and go look for Fen's kukri because he'll want it back eventually.
That's true.
Before she steps out, Keld's gonna ask her if she still has the bag of tricks.
I gave that back to Fen a while ago.
Okay.
So no, I don't have that.
But look, a beautiful weasel. Take a weasel in your trying time.
You can go find
Can
the
I
Fen
offer you
stuff.
a weasel in this trying time?
How about a big ass
We're
elf?
trying. Yeah. What about this?
A very large rat. A
Yeah.
rodent of unusual
Perfect.
size.
I mean, Nyx, it's easy enough to find the kukri. It was thrown, but like, how far could it really go in the situation? You know, you saw which direction he threw it in. You're able to go acquire it. For a moment, it is just Keld and Roshan in the bubble. Anything or just camaraderie and silence?
Hmm.
Quiet, awkward silence from Ro.
Go figure.
Wow.
Can the shadow still be seen?
How long does your detection last? Your divine sense?
Let me review that.
I don't remember if that's just like an instantaneous and then it's gone, or if it's like a 10-minute thing like detect magic. I can't recall.
Till the end of my turn, so I guess it's gone.
So it is gone. You knew the last place the shadow was,
Hmm.
and you're not entirely sure if the shadow would leave.
Right.
So there is a
Where?
sense of something being in here, especially because you are now accustomed to the shadow and have seen it without the assistance of magic a couple times. So you have a feeling it is at least around. Roshan, you can definitely feel the shadow is like still where it last was in the bubble. Just sort of in on itself, sort of. It seems to be like, it seems to be thinking. Like, it's not a sorrowful position, it is a kind of reclusive pondering.
I think for a little while in the quiet, Roshan would look to the shadow earnestly and, without asking aloud, ask if they need anything.
No, I don't need anything at this time. I just need to think. What would I be if I was them? Would we balance each other out, or would it be me? I don't know.
I don't know either. If you want to go back sometime and ask, we can try again.
I need time. I did not enjoy that.
We didn't on this end either.
I am the only relief I can find is that I felt more substantial. They are not substantial. And the shadow sort of kind of leans back into that position.
Can Roshan tell what they meant by that?
What do you want to know about it? What do you want to know?
So he understands that the shadow maybe felt more substantial, but how did they feel less substantial?
That is not made clear, but
Okay.
the shadow feels that they are lesser in substance than itself.
Okay. So I think Roshan will just pass on the message that if or when you need help, let me know.
There's not a reply, but an understanding. Keld, it is very obvious there is something happening over there.
Just like
Roshan
watching
is
intently, like
Yeah, like you're like nobody's lips are moving and I can't see the second party, but like something is happening. I just don't know
But-
exactly what it is.
hmm.
Anything from you, Kel? They're just in a observer's position.
I think we've just submitted to an observer's position right now.
Okay. All right. If that's all right with everybody, I'd love to move on to the first watch. Okay. The watch consists of Nana and Fen outside by the fire. What are we doing? And depending, I'd love a perception check.
Mhm.
Either Nana with disadvantage or,
May
Fen
I
with
ask,
advantage if Fen's guided.
since Nyx was outside the bubble finding
Jog
Fen's
over.
kukri,
You
may
do what you
Nana
like.
please request dark vision for tonight's first watch?
While she's
Please.
searching, she'll just like
If
casually
if you're able.
just touch Nana really quick and cast it and keep looking for it.
Thank you.
I think also Roshan is a little too wound up to just sit down with a good book and will participate in watch tonight. Don't get used to it though.
This is the first time
Wow.
Roshana has participated in watch since they have stopped sleeping. I just want this on the record.
It's been a long
Huh.
time.
That Roshan has not needed to sleep,
Hmm.
and this is the first time he's participated.
Something's not adding up here.
Ah, we're in it.
Two people
Some
sleeping.
people get better.
Also, Roshan's got one of the higher perceptions. doesn't
Wow.
want to do that
Just
job.
hiding your eyes from us?
Yep.
Yeah. He
I
sadly
mean,
can't
it's-
leave the bubble to join you by the fire,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he is up and
Inside.
percepting.
You can walk the perimeter of the bubble the whole
Fenn's
time.
Fenn's kind of on edge. He got a 26 on his perception roll, but he's being hyper vigilant anyways. So
Mhm.
You know, I think that's perfect.
Hypervigilant.
The others involved may roll perception.
18.
And mine does not have to be disadvantaged since I have dark vision this time.
Correct.
Yay! That's so nice. That's a
A whole
21.
flat roll. There you
It's a
go.
21. I can do fine on a flat roll perception on. Anytime.
Unless it's animal handling, then we're all just fucked.
I said perception. I didn't say animal handling.
Um,
I'm not one of
Nana?
those rangers.
This is your first time, I believe, with dark vision.
I see everything.
The best way I can describe it to you is kind of like a night vision camera you might see like outside of a building. There is no color to speak of in the areas that the dark vision begins to take effect.
It's
There's
monochrome.
there isn't detail, but you can see. You could see if there was a person running full speed towards you, but hey, there's not.
That's great. Good.
So far the night seems pretty quiet.
Fantastic. I think Nana will kind of go through like maintenance care on her weapons during watch. And kind of like maybe encourage Fen to do the same just so he has something to do with his hands. She won't make him, but she'll maybe like kind of nudge him a little bit, like, you know, you have to use the whetstone every now and again. So, you know, she's just doing maintenance and just chatting with Fen while she's kind of keeping an eye out around the edges of the camp, kind of like remarking every now and again, I can see so far! It's amazing! You always see like this!
Fen's not gonna draw any weapon that's got a point or a edge on it.
Okay, that's fair.
He's just kind of like
maybe on his
fiddling with like the stones around the fire, just like occasionally poking them with a stick, and making sure everything in the fire just stays around inside the bounds of the fire pit, just kind of keeping things in order as best he can.
That's understandable. That's fine.
Okay. Is it a casual watch? Is it casual conversation, maintenance, keeping an eye out? That's what I'm picking up on.
Fen's not saying it. Yeah, Fen's not saying anything unless he's spoken to. He's just kind of looking over his shoulder and tending to things that need tended to.
Nana understands. He's been deeply affected. She's not going to pick at that scab right now. She's going to chat with him, keep him company, and give him as much peace as she can. And with dark vision, she can pick up the slack on, the watch and shit, so he doesn't have to worry too much.
Okay. First night, or first watch, should I say. Everything seems fine. Who's second watch?
Nice.
Fen's staying outside the bubble.
Okay.
Should Nana tap one of the pots? Or is Roshan still staying up?
Yeah, whichever pot you want.
2 whole pots here.
2 whole pots.
That are sleeping,
Nana...
unlike everyone else.
Like, well,
Nana
that was
will,
a lot.
and that's fair. Nana will tag Nyx, if only so that she can thank her very, very profusely for the dark vision. And it really, if there's anything I can do for you, I'm there. Thank you.
It's just magic. It's not.
I know,
It's
but
just
it's like
magic.
I've never
Just
been
magic.
able to see like that at night. You don't understand. It's well, night and day is kind of a on the nose metaphor, but you know what I mean.
It's fine. Go to bed.
Fine, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Okay. Nyx inside the bubble or outside the bubble?
Probably combo.
Like
First
just kind of
half
meander
outside.
in, meander out.
Okay. Everybody who is currently doing watch, give me a perception check. Currently, Nyx, you have disadvantage unless you'd like to just use magic.
Nah, she doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
It's the same 26.
All right.
My.
14.
Okay.
Also 14.
All right. Time begins to tick away. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say at this point, Fen's like wandering around and he's like looking into his satchel, like thinking about potentially throwing down some caltrops, like as like perimeter protection. But then he's like, the bad guys came from inside. no point in it. So he goes and sits back by the fire,
Aw,
like,
Oof.
buddy. The call was from inside the house.
No.
Oh no.
All right. Watch goes by without a hitch.
Okay.
Third
Then
watch.
before she,
Mhm.
wakes up, the other pot, I'll throw some spells in the ring. You
Hmm?
know.
Oh.
Hey, I have to keep it filled. Even though somebody's
What
gonna
are we
have to
putting
put
in?
scrying in it right away the next day, but we'll put Guardian of Nature at the 4th level and Ice Knife at 1st.
Okay. And you go and wake up the big pot. Big pot, where are you taking your watch? There's the warm bubble, and then there's the mostly cold outside. It's up to you. There's
We'd
people
like
in
to
both
stay in
places.
the warm bubble.
Just pull the blankets up like I. Okay. Perception checks once again for the people who are up. Keld, I believe you don't have dark vision, so disadvantage.
Boo.
18.
18.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled 2 13, so that's gonna be a 14.
There you go. I think that's the fourth 14 in a perception roll. Uh,
Is that some
Hold
kind of secret code?
Hmm.
um,
14's chill.
Follow the ARG cultists.
People quietly keep watch, mostly because your companions are nearby and, making a lot of noise at night. Probably not the best option. Watch continues unimpeded. Fourth watch, final watch. And Keld, you lay down. This would just be Roshan and Fen then.
The
So
no
go ahead and
sleep
give me
boys.
perception checks.
Oof. 11.
Mhm.
22.
Okay. That's not the word I meant to type. It's cold and the wind is picked up a bit. It starts to get a bit lighter out. And that tampers off. It is a cloudy day. So it's just sort of dim lighting. Kind of an emotional reflection if you were one to, pull out your poetry book and and start to say how you feel. But it's just a gloomy type of day. And everyone wakes up with a long rest completed except for Fen, who now has a level of exhaustion.
No.
The bubble dissipates. It is later in the day because your night was spent with some singing and some talking and some altercation. So it's not super early, but you wake up nonetheless. You're welcome to get on the road. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Let go.
All right.
Honestly,
Easy enough.
I feel like, yeah.
The road calls.
There is a thing Nana's kind of considering doing on the road, but she gonna think about it for a while.
Well, you are currently on the road. Is there anything anybody
Well.
would like to do in the first part of our journey?
I think mid-morning, Roshan would reach out to Dagwood via sending
Mm.
and
Interesting
say,
choice.
"Is now a good time? how did things go? I hope you're well. Do you still have those documents for me?
There's a pause. Perhaps I was too polite. I don't wish to be contacted. I'm busy. I'm very sorry. It's important.
Mm.
That is the reply you receive from Dagwood.
Shit.
Wow.
Well,
That sucks. Boo.
What happened?
Dagwood doesn't want to be our friend. She's
Getting the
too
With a
cold
busy.
shoulder after you guys dressed a corpse together and everything. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Maybe there's no way for her to communicate without being watched. Maybe. Maybe she doesn't want us getting involved.
It's gotta be something like that. I just don't know what it is.
We can only assume it's got a fair chance of having something to do with somebody who's going to be at the Capitol in the next few weeks.
They'd already
Really
gone
don't know what to do
beyond
about
the
that.
capital, correct?
Yes. Last time, well, one of the times you communicated or surmised that Dagwood was past the capital.
Oh, she was.
She's past Jarlsbecker.
Mm.
My
Well, I
guess,
suppose that's some comfort.
I'll wave the lit lantern around, just
Mhm.
just in case.
Yeah,
to see any
it's a good idea.
scryers
Nana-
on us.
Peek around.
Yeah, the two of you can give me a perception check.
17.
Dirty 20.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a little orb following you currently, Nana.
who the
Oh my
fuck?
fucking god. Oh my fuck. So it's like what, around close to my shoulder, I guess?
Yeah, it's kind of like at a good like angle to get like your whole body.
Hmm.
Can we figure out anything about that sort of thing? Not
could
Or-
kind of,
spell it.
like, be nice if we knew where it was coming from.
Would be.
I could try something fun.
Hmm?
And
What do you
Like
mean
what?
by fun?
Finn's gonna drop a few steps back behind the cart while Roshan tries something fun.
A little distance, if that's cool.
it's Roshan will lean over to Nana and whisper in her ear something loud.
Hmm.
Well, do it. I mean, it's broad daylight. How heavily is the road being trafficked at the present moment? At all?
I mean,
Are
you
we
can
the
see
only
some
ones out
people
here?
like you can see some people up ahead. They're not
Mm.
incredibly close, but like you can see that there's like a cart up ahead just like moving slowly down the road.
Is this the sort of thing we should wait for that cart to pass before we try so that, we don't cause some kind of international incident?
Oh, I don't think our friend will be around after they pass. That
Alright.
usually Nick's scrying only lasts 10 minutes, so
Okay. Well, give it a try.
and as soon as he gets the the thumbs up, he'll
Nana's gonna
point
plug her ears.
in the direction of the scrying eye and cast Shatter. And I don't know if that'll do anything, but it's a loud heckin' noise.
On that there
So
orb.
I'm assuming we are going to put the shatter where it does
Yeah,
not
yeah.
touch the people or the cart.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we could if we wanted to.
But we don't.
Prefer not to. Let's just encapsulate just the orb in the shatter orb.
There is a horrible ear-splitting thunder strike of a sound. High pitch and like cracking in nature. Nana has tinnitus, but it's good. Yeah. Everybody hears it. You could see the person on the cart up ahead like perk up. Like they might have heard something. The orb is still present, but I'm sure that wasn't very pleasant for whoever was watching.
Well, since that didn't work, I suppose I'll just, while it's following us, I'll get a small satchel and put it up over the eye and just hold it in the eye's spot as we as we travel down the road.
Because they can't move the eye, can they?
The eye follows Nana, and if we're moving at the same place, I'll just hold it there for hold up satchel for 10 minutes.
It's like holding a bucket over a shopkeeper's head to steal his wares. It's
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You realize it can't see that far anyway.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if they're gonna watch, they're gonna get a show.
The show being
Inside of
darkness and
the
occasionally
show?
Nana coming into view, because Roshan standing on a cart with his arms up is not going to be consistent. But you're doing your best.
Yeah.
Occasionally you sort of wobble.
And sometimes when he wobbles, there's a middle finger just wobbling there too.
Yeah. I mean, you do this for about 10 minutes and then you kind of lower your arms a little bit and you see it's gone. You're not sure if it was there the whole 10 minutes, but you didn't want to give them the chance to even look.
Yeah. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Don't perceive
look at
Are we
me
it.
or
sure
my
we don't want to
friends
ask
ever
it any
again.
questions?
If it's like when I do it, they can't respond.
Unless they can. What if they have a
Is
way
that
to
a
contact
thing?
us?
Well, I mean, we could
We
probably
just find out where it's coming from.
we could
That's what I
pull
want
an
to find out.
eagle and address the orb directly and just say, you could just message us if you wanted to know what we were talking about.
Right, maybe they have that ability.
I don't know if
We can
that's
certainly
a
try
smart
next time.
thing for us to be asking people to do when they're spying on us in the middle of the wilderness, but there you are.
Well, now they know
Seems
that
like a
we
way to
know
get
that they're
some
spying on
answers.
us.
They already
So,
do.
They already did, yeah. Since Nyx dispelled the last one.
Well, they're just going to keep doing this, so... Nana casts the fucking lantern around again, see whether or not somebody else is trying this time.
And back.
They're like, no, 20 minutes. Nana, make a perception check if you'd like to.
Oh, sure. It's not a great roll, but 13.
You don't see anything.
Okay.
Do you have a
Alright.
guess as to who it is? I can
I-
try to,
We've
look
met
back.
any number of people who might have the capacity to scry.
Let's make a list.
Ugh, that could take a while.
Who's got paper?
Roshan
Danelle.
does.
Danelle can spy. Scry.
That's true. Danelle can do that. Somebody, surely, in Egil's employ can, if Egil can't himself.
Eagle could just ask.
I mean, it's a list. It's a list. It's non-comprehensive or non-exclusive, I guess.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to be negative here. I'm just saying I'd rather a refined list than a broad one.
I
Anyone
suppose that's right.
under Bosch?
I'm sure there's someone, but
Probably.
names specifically, I'm not sure.
No.
What
I
about in
wonder
his
if
generals?
Riven could.
Among the generals, I mean, besides the troop that we encountered with Tate and the rest, I don't know how many other generals there may be.
I don't know if Nyx knows all of their names from that group.
I
Right.
would say that this would probably be an easier question for the team that saw them in person.
Yeah.
If this is just a list, you
people who
are
could scry?
fairly certain that Alvilda is a druid. Take that as you will.
That would make sense.
I think Roshan will write these names down in code just in case somebody scries on us. They can't find our list and see their name on it. But he will. He'll pass along the names by telephone and add Dagwood and Morden.
Yeah. We should check in on
And
Morden.
Eitri.
See whether or not he's doing all right.
That's true. You can't get any cooperation from Dagwood, but perhaps if you reach out to Morden and he's with her, then maybe he's in a better position to comment or more of a
maybe he's not
disposition
with
to be
her
willing
and-
to.
Yeah. I don't know. It's worth a shot.
Perhaps if you've still got the wherewithal, we could try a look in on Morden tonight. And see if he's safe.
I think that'd be
Well,
good.
he'd better be safe. If he's not safe, there'll be hells to pay. But that's a different conversation for a different time.
He was fine last time.
Talking of people that it might be a nice idea to check in on, I'm concerned with what happened with Nana checks the
Ringsvolder?
around with the lantern. It's like, I mean, yes. '22 perception check.
All right.
You don't
Any
see
orbs,
anything.
Any orbs? Okay, fine, cool, fine.
You do see something up ahead, though.
Oh, what's that?
You look and you can see that, like, just at the edge of the road, there's like a very small cart, and you can see there are two people currently kind of standing next to it, facing away from the road. And you like look for a moment, and you hear laughter as you watch two children on like planks of wood slide down a snowy embankment. And it looks like they are being monitored by what looks like grandparents. As you begin to make your way by, and it's just a family having a good time.
Oh, that's
How fun.
wholesome. Oh, that's lovely.
I don't trust it.
Oh, come on.
Eldritch
Ro.
Blast.
Just because you haven't sledded
A
down a
family.
wintry hill since, oh, how old were you? 7?
When was the
Sounds
last
like
time you
too
sled?
long.
Nana, you wouldn't have memories from when I was 7, because that would mean you were like 2.
I can have heard stories.
Yeah, okay.
There's no evidence Roshan has ever been on a sled, but
Hmm,
Today's the day.
that all could change.
I mean, that or he hasn't been on one since that fateful day.
Oh.
Oh, there was a fateful day when some people rode on a sled.
That's also
Hmm.
true.
And you guys had one.
We're
right
not
after that.
thinking about that right now.
this old man sort of waves as you like approach just to be cordial, and then kind of turns his focus back to what you assume are probably his grandkids.
Yeah. Aw,
Or are
that's so cute.
Staring them down to see if I can tell they're related.
I mean, Nick's in your
Perfectly
position.
normal adventure things.
Yeah.
Anybody could be related.
It's like, checks out.
Fen
Yeah.
would walk right up to the people, just greet them. How old are the kids?
The kids, are you asking them or are you just observing?
Oh, I'm just observing. Like they're
Okay.
like
There's two of them. One's probably just under 10, the other one's probably 6. And they are sledding with reckless abandon as they get to the bottom and then have to march their sleds back up this little hill. For you guys,
and
not the biggest
the
hill.
little
For them,
hill. How
pretty
how
big.
safe does the base of the hill look? Are they sledding towards trees or anything?
Jagged
Or
rocks and it seems to be a pretty good spot. Also, seeing as there is adult supervision, it was not just the children picking out the spot, so it doesn't look dangerous.
all right.
checks out.
Do you kids want to have some actual fun? And Fenn's gonna get the alchemy jug, and he's gonna put oil on the bottom of their little sleds so they can go faster down the hill.
Oh my god. I
Uh,
hope
the
there aren't
children are
trees right
watching.
down that hill.
The children are watching enthralled. You can see the grandparents are first, concerned that just a person from off the street, but kind of just watching the interaction seem to relax a bit and allow you to oil these sleds. As these kids take their sleds and sort of like nod to each other, like we can do this. Like they've been given a new challenge, and you can see the younger ones like a little bit more afraid than the older one, but they're both like, okay. And then they like look to you, Fen, and like give you a nod as if you've sent them on this mission, and the two of them just start just trying to like march their way up this little hill to continue sledding.
So wholesome.
Should we
Anything else?
ask what they know of the road that lies ahead?
That couldn't hurt.
Not a bad idea.
What sorry folks to interrupt your lovely winter's day here. What do you know of the road between here and what's the not
Garterholm
Jarlsbecker,
is
but the
Carter home.
Garterholm.
yeah, road between here and Garterholm. Any news from that direction?
They sort of turn so that they're kind of facing you a little bit, but also facing their grandchildren. The older man sort of has an arm around what you assume is probably his wife and like holding her close. He kind of like looks like he thinks it over. I didn't have any issues. Road seemed pretty clear for me and the lady. It's just a bad day for sledding, but we had sleds.
Mm.
Why is it a bad day for sledding? It's a bit overcast, but it'd be too bright out here if the sun was shining on the snow.
I suppose, but if I had to pick, I'd pick a sunny day.
Mm.
At least get some heat from the sun happening.
Mm. Certainly more comfortable for the folk minding from the sidelines.
Hmm. We are much too old to be sledding, or we'd never get home.
Makes
So
sense.
we watch, which pretty nice.
Just in case of injury, Nona, do you have any good berries for them?
I should do. Nana. Uh. Nana definitely will cast a quick little good berry and kind of juice up a couple. They're a little bit salty, but they'll keep you nice and full all afternoon, no matter how much you sled.
All right. I'll hold on to these. Thank you very much. I don't know too much about magic, but I know it. Yeah, I'm sure it could do it if it thinks it, you know?
Good berries, good for what ails you, is what I like to say.
I haven't heard that, but I might start. And then, puts these away in just like a little side satchel.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Hope your travels suit you well.
Has everything else been all right in these areas? We'd heard of troubles from all around here in the east. We're not from these these parts, but we'd heard of troubles with things from the ground and such. Any news on any of that?
Oh, kind of looks over and sees that the kids are currently on their way up the hill and then looks back to you. Everything is dire. Everything is much worse than it was, much more dangerous. Our house is just a little ways that way. We're not too far from home, but it is not well around here. Not like it used to be.
Do you know anything of the cause of it?
You're looking at it.
Let's see how much this guy knows about anything. I had
Random guy on the street. Let's find out.
random old man on the side of the road. He looks like he thinks for a second. No, I'm not the type to go poking my nose where it doesn't belong, at least not anymore. But there were rumors of something about the bridge, things like vines, I suppose, coming across. I don't know if that's the cause or the effect, but I just know that we are living in dangerous times.
And if you needed help, who would you reach out to? Would you send uh would you send word to Jarlsbecker, to the capital? Would they send guards here to assist this community, or are you on your own out here?
Well, from what I have seen, at least doing trading with the nearby towns, that there has been a larger amount of Jarlsmen around. I know that there's a lot of government incentivized mercenaries helping carts move up and down. If I had a problem, I would probably reach out to the nearest town, hoping somebody there could help. But all towns are at least a couple days away. Not much one could do.
Well, it's good to see you still taking these young ones out to enjoy the outdoors, regardless of the peril that any of us might be in. It's important that they still find enjoyment, and you're doing the right thing.
I hope so. So do the berries if I have a headache, or is it more of just like a hunger thing or like a hangnail thing?
Nana kind of
That-
gives them the quick and dirty explanation. It's it's kind of
Yeah.
like a general feel better. Fills you up when you're hungry. You don't have to eat so. She gives them the play-by-play, the basic thing that any nursemaid back in Galunder who knows good berry would rattle off for, a curious person coming through.
they listen and nod. The wife seems to be more sort of focused more on the children, kind of keeping her focus there. But the man sort of nods and thanks you for the information and the good berries. And will continue to talk to you, but seems to slowly be like pulling his focus back to
Yeah.
watching his grandkids play.
That makes sense.
Is the hill big enough for Keld to slide down? Just
You
curious.
know,
He
there are
should.
probably hills that exist that are too small for Keld, but I would think this one's probably good.
Yay. At least a little incline.
Keld, are you what are you using? I have an
Are you
immediate
using your
guess.
pot?
I
Oh,
was
that would
gonna
be
try to use the lid to my pot.
Little shield skate sled.
I was about to say I was gonna say I was thinking you tried the shield, but I'm here for you to use the pot lid,
We're
which
going for
your
the pot
knees barely fit onto. But you
He got
certainly
us
go
all
for it.
fine.
Keld,
love
go
it.
ahead and give me acrobatics, please.
Oh. Plus
Which
0.
you may, yeah.
2.
Ooh,
No,
buddy!
it looks really good for a second.
Uh-huh.
These two kids sort of like stand up and are like, yeah. And then
Yeah.
Keld eats snow, and there's a pause, and the
Oh.
kids are like, yeah. And
Yeah!
Oh god.
Keld, you go ahead and take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you just like eat shit.
Ow.
That was
But you're fine.
extremely impressive, Keld.
I don't think
The
it
old people are
was.
clapping.
Don't recommend that for sledding.
See,
I was
that's what
going to
we
say it looked a little small, but you know, I wasn't going to tell you your
Yeah,
business.
I would probably fit on that. You need to use something bigger.
Like
Looks
your
at
shield?
shield.
my hubris.
Mm.
Sometimes you're too quick to act.
Alas. That's alright.
All right. Moving ahead.
I think so.
Get back on the
Well
cart.
wishes for the old married couple.
Wiping snow off myself.
Listen, just
The ones with
because a
true
happy
happiness.
married couple shows up doesn't mean
Squint.
just a happy
Squint.
married couple is
We don't
present.
know they're married, do we?
That's
Do
true.
they look?
It could be a
50?
They could
common
be
law
in a
thing.
domestic
I don't know.
partnership. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you say your goodbyes and you begin to continue your way northwards. Was anybody doing the perceptions for me?
Ah, Nyx would. She'd sit up front today.
Okay. I'm sure somebody will give you advantage, Nyx, so you can go ahead and roll with advantage.
24.
All right. You make your way forward. You pass people on the road. There are people who are going opposite of you that you pass. There are people like the mailmen who usually are on like single horses and moving at a faster pace, not having a full cart full of people that just kind of bulldoze by occasionally. You do see a cart that looks like it has a couple mercenaries at the side that move past. Mercenaries kind of, sit up a little higher when they encounter a cart full of people who look less like farmers and more like mercenaries. But you just kind of get a nod from one of them. This merchant is keeping their eyes kind of down and forward as they move down the road. Nyx, you see the different carts. You can see that as you approach like a sporadic kind of spot of trees, it seems somebody has set up camp. You can see smoke sort of rising up past some of the trees. You can't get like a good view of what it is, but somebody has set up a campfire that you guys are currently approaching. It's off the trail, but you can see that there's a fire.
Should I go see what the? Just gonna lean over to Kel. Should I go see who that is?
I mean,
Like I could go as a bird, so they wouldn't know.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it wouldn't hurt as long as you're sneaky about it.
Small bird. Okay.
Small.
Don't get yourself in any trouble, please.
Giant owl.
Oh my god.
Big patoo.
Big petite.
Yeah, just the regular one.
What a nightmare.
I'll
Just
fly
a little
over.
owl.
Just a little
All right,
owl.
you begin to make your way over ahead of the cart. Go ahead and give me a stealth check using the owl's stats.
Oh boy. I don't know if the owl has very good stats for that.
Mm.
Oh no, it gets
Oh,
plus 5 to
should.
stealth. It has great
Yeah.
stats.
Nice.
Owls are night hunters. Not all of them are silent,
That's
but
21.
A lot of them are quiet. 21.
21. You make your way over. It looks like an established camp. You feel like somebody actively looks at you. Like there's currently one of the guys here is currently like staring like towards the road while you can see other people are more sort of in towards the fire and talking. Looks like this person's keeping an eye out. Looks up at you and kind of slowly lowers his eyes back towards the road. Just sees this
Just
weird
do
ass
bird
bird and
things.
is like,
Pick, pick,
oh,
pick, pick.
just,
With the weird
just,
sound it
just
makes.
act super casual. Um, you look over this group. You can see there's a tent, so you can't see if there's anybody inside of it. But you currently see about maybe 6 people, all sort of dressed for winter. 5 of them wearing darkly colored hoods that you recognize.
Mm.
And one guy who isn't, you don't recognize him, but he sort of seems to be like kind of standing up like near the fire and like, and like actively talking to the people around the fire. But there's a familiarity to the rest of the people at this fire.
Mm.
It's good to know. She'll, you know, 6 people. Yeah. Make sure she counts up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like get a good grasp of their setup. A tree, and then fly back over to the cart. Make sure it's a bigger loop. Don't just like go beeline over there.
Don't mind me.
Wee!
And go back to everyone. And looking straight at Keld. It's more of them. They got a camp
More.
over there.
How many?
Saw 6. There might be more in the tent.
Are we talking cultists?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. You didn't see any pits, did you?
No, but that doesn't mean they're not on their way to make one.
I'm pretty sure you saw barrels.
Anyone
There
familiar?
are barrels.
Fuck.
Mm.
Oh no. They had. Didn't they have barrels of offal and fish and whatever near the pits that we found?
Nothing good in them.
We just burn what they've got.
And what do we do with the cultists? Make more
Depends what
tapes?
sort of fight they put up.
I don't know.
They can take the path that Gunhild took, or they can take the path that Tate took, as far as I'm concerned.
They're clearly watching the road for something. Probably to attack someone, since that's what they tend to do from what we've seen.
So let's go around.
Waiting for a
Let's-
victim.
Leave, I hate to say it, leave Thick Biscuit in a cart off to the side somewhere and take the long route around. Between Nana's Pass Without Trace and Roshan's Invisibility, I think we should be able to get right up where we need to be. Take them by surprise. Those are my thoughts.
Hmm.
What do you
Willing
all
to hear
think?
other ideas, though.
You know, I don't think we should leave them there, so I agree.
Held, Ro?
Roshan just gives a thumbs up.
You sure?
I'm not a good planner in these sorts of situations, so I will uh, trust your intuition.
All right.
Well, I mean, there's always the option of the best way to approach this. I'm not sure. We could all stick together and approach as close as we can, being unseen, or killed Roshan and Anna along the ground, pass without trace, invisibility, and I could ride on the back of Nyx in the form of the magnificent giant bird that she can turn herself into, and I could fire arrows at their supplies. See if we can drive them out into a trap that you set ahead of them. Maybe a illusory train with Nana's boots. Take as many of them captive as possible.
How
Get
far
them out
away
of their
are we
camp.
from where they are?
Nathan, would you give me a number real fast? Just from their last known location, how far they are currently from the camp. If you'd be so kind.
Hmm. Y'all got a secret map or something?
A secret map.
Secret.
Because of the terrain, you guys currently don't have like an exact view of their location, but getting info from Nyx, you're like 125 feet. You have to go around sort of like a rise up in the land, a bit of a cliff.
Oh, we're quite close to them, 125
Yeah.
feet. Okay.
Wow.
I was thinking we were seeing a smoke plume like 3 miles away.
No,
No.
no, no, no.
Interesting.
Blended in for a good bit.
Yeah. So, all right, then. Let me
I
see.
mean, there's
What is it that we
I
do
could-
with the other person, though?
what other person?
Nick's
The one that
mentioned
wasn't
one.
wearing the hood. But that doesn't mean he's not part of it.
Yeah.
Well, there's 6 total, 5 in hoods, 1 without.
I believe so.
And those were the ones you could see outside of the tent.
I also don't know
Was
if it's
this-
the best use of my resources to turn into a bird again. It's not the strongest of creatures. If I get hit, it won't go well.
Mm.
All right, there's that. I mean, if they're just over there, I could strike their camp with arrows from here. I start raining fire arrows into them, draw them away into Nana's hallucinatory terrain on their way. The rest of us could remain hidden, take them one at a time, whatever it took. Just a thought, especially if we could prepare something like plant growth, spike growth, caltrops, anything in their path, slow them down. We want them to accept that they're defeated before they realize they can strike back, or make them not want to strike back because they already know they're beaten. Is my thoughts on it. I might not have a view of the campsite, but arrows of fire start raining down. What are their responses? Either flee, leave their stuff to go somewhere else safe, or to try and fight us, and that's
I
if we can
they're ready to
have
fight
reservations about attacking first. But
you want to
will if that's what we choose to do, we can. I just
Nope.
if
Could we do
they're
instead?
not cultists, which they probably are, then what are we
Mm.
doing?
Yeah. No, that's true. It very probably they are. But if we act first, unannounced, doing nothing to confirm the situation, I don't doubt you or your eyes, Nyx, but 3 of us are from the other half of the continent and very much outside of our normal Jarl's jurisdiction, and, well, frankly, Volda will have my ass if I cause some kind of incident over here. And we happen to I don't know, some eccentric ambassador or whatever. I don't know.
And sneak up close and
I-
see for
Well, we-
yourself.
I was gonna say if we could get another pair of eyes on it.
Well, I trust Nyx's eyes. It's just a matter of do we reach out and make contact with them. If we use Nana's boots to set our path out, if the person that makes contact can retreat through a path that they know to be safe, and they're pursued by people that don't quite understand the terrain, then there's that. It's a matter of who
Okay.
goes and makes contact.
Right. So who would be best for that?
And Nana,
Well,
I'll go
certainly
ahead and
can't
give
ask
you this
Roshan to do it
because I
again.
am Nana. When it comes to your boots,
Mhm.
it would take a hot minute for somebody to plan a route through a woods they can't see anymore. You know it would be tricky. Maybe not for you being attached to the magic. It would certainly confuse an enemy.
Yeah.
It may certainly also confuse an ally. So it's
Okay.
a calculated thing if you want to use that. But if allies are in that zone, and it's a pretty big zone, I believe,
150 feet cube, yeah.
Wow.
it's like a dense forest
Yeah.
that people will be placed into.
It would be basically from where we are right now to where the camp is at the moment, and it would change the terrain visibly for everybody. I mean, I could go through it. I'd get advantage on stealth, perception, athletics, and acrobatics checks in the area, but
Sound kind of
I don't
rough.
think I could extend that to anybody else.
Hmm.
So I could go up and try to make contact.
If we don't want to use your boots and we have the time, I actually prepared Druid Grove for today. That's a 90-foot cube of
What's that about?
absolute hell for enemies if they walk into it, is what it is. It
Hell yeah.
yeah. It
Okay.
it lasts for 24 hours, so it would be the whole time.
Jesus.
It allows me to put fog wherever we want in that cube in 5-foot squares. Undergrowth that would cause basically the entangle spell for any of them, and it wouldn't affect us. And it would also give us 4 awakened trees on our side in that 90-foot cube.
Holy shit.
And I could also put up either spike growth in a location, 2 gusts of wind, or 2 wind walls.
Whoa.
Damn.
I can drop spike growth as well. Doing that, we could drop somebody to 0 movement, essentially, or pretty close to it. We could scout this and prepare this to our advantage, and the more of them we could take, and the more information we could get. Separate them when we take them, get information from each of them, see what matches, see what doesn't, see who we believe and who we don't. Are my thoughts on the issue.
I think that's probably the best way we're going to make this happen. I think what we're going to want is to sort of... At least maybe if I can go up... Well... I don't know. There's...
We certainly can't ask Roshan to do it again. I know I'm not the best talker in the first place, but I'm feeling a bit out of sorts at the moment with fatigue, and I believe I might make things worse by trying too hard, honestly.
You deserve a rest. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
What if we get close enough for Nyx to cast that spell, let her cast it, and once it's cast, uh, go in for a parlay with the obvious upper hand?
Hmm.
If
Hopefully,
we get
obvious
close
upper
enough,
hand.
it'd be able to overtake their area. It would take me 10 minutes to cast it, but
I could get us up close enough to where we would be unnoticed for the duration of that 10 minutes.
Be perfect, I think. That's. I'd rather we stay together. The only alternative to staying together would be if those of us that stayed entirely hidden to look over the others.
Mm.
I could put fog at the edges, and
Hmm.
we are able to see through this. The fog.
Oh.
They cannot.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that'll be handy.
Amazing.
6 level spells, guys.
Damn, son.
Okay. And
Ain't
with
no good
that,
berry.
we are going to take our 10-minute break. With a version of a plan in mind, we'll see if that comes to fruition. Go ahead, go get a snack, go get a drink. We'll be back in 10 minutes. See you guys then.
I'm gonna need a
Thank you,
drink
Tim.
for this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 117 of On the Backs of Gods. We just took our 10-minute break. There are some cultists on the horizon, a pretty small group, maybe 6, that can be seen. And the party is currently deciding how they will take action. What are we doing?
I think we were
Well.
going to sneak with either some pass without trace and some invisibility.
I will
Um,
say, before we head out, Nana will kind of slip Fen a quick cat's grace, kind of bolster his dexterity checks with his level of exhaustion and all.
Can you do
How
that
long
and
does that
pass without
last?
trace?
An hour?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
oh wait, hang on.
Mm.
I'm sorry, no, I can't. Those are both concentration spells. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind.
Pass without trace it is, my dude. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We can make Fen invisible.
Understood.
And with a ridiculous bonus, it'll be fine.
Okay, so we are all
Just
stealthing together. Is that our team plan? We're getting as close as we can. How close are we getting?
Think so.
That's what I should say. How close do we want to get as a team?
Nix, what do you think?
Uh,
How close do we gotta get for you to be able to do your thing?
Pull it up. It's where I'm standing that it starts to be cast from, so if we wanted to cover their camp, we have to be close enough for the 90 foot cube to reach that.
So just a thought. Do we want to make one more sweep with the lantern and make sure that we're not being watched right now and that our cart will be all right if we leave it?
not a bad idea.
Sure.
Peek,
Roshan will do
peek,
that.
peek.
Mhm.
Yeah, Roshan, go ahead. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm doing good. I'm vibing. Give me a perception
Yeah.
check, Roshan.
That is a 14.
You don't see anything.
I think we're good.
Roshan gives you a thumbs up. Okay. So we are going to stealth forward pretty close to a spot where we feel safe sitting for 10 minutes. That's the game plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Pass without trace is active.
That is fine.
Roshan will cast invisibility on himself and Keld and Fen.
All right. How long does that last?
That will last an hour or until one of us casts another spell or
Or does anything attacky? Got it.
yeah.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and roll stealth for me. If you're rolling with disadvantage, roll with disadvantage.
Mm,
If you are
I'm gonna
invisible, you
roll
roll with
with-
advantage. Everyone adds 10.
Just straight roll to me then,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm
Yes.
ability checks are okay.
what about me, who has disadvantage but invisibility?
Straight roll.
Okay.
Give me a view of the camp, Nathan. Give me like a little bird's eye, so I can just find them a nice tree. There's like actually that's a pretty nice tree, that nightmare one. That really spooky
We'll
one.
probably go with some nightmare trees to make turn alive, so yeah.
You know. Gotta start somewhere.
I got a 35 to my stealth.
1 second,
29.
please. 1 second, please.
Oh, so sorry, so sorry. So sorry.
Nyx, because you are the person casting this spell, you will be leading it. I want a vaguely exact number of how close you want to get.
Uh, let's see. Bad at math.
I like the concept of vaguely exact.
I want vague numbers. You're going to be sitting there for like 10 minutes. It's not.
Generally specific.
Yeah.
I need precisely vague numbers.
I want you to say a number at me, and I will accept that number.
Alright, if we're on the very edge of it, could literally be like 60 feet away and still cover them, right?
Yeah.
Technically, let's go 60 feet away then.
All right.
Why not?
Alrighty. Cool.
Yeah.
Scare 'em.
Nathan, can you just show me how far away that spooky, terrible tree is? Like that's almost dead center-ish, near towards the bottom.
The really big one.
From
That
camp.
big
That just
spooky
like
guy?
gnarled one near the bottom.
The big, very large centerpiece looking tree that seems conspicuous.
Looks like a Disney tree.
This is certainly a tree, like a Cheshire cat or something of the like would certainly pop out of. Okay,
Don't care
so
for that.
sadly, your gnarled tree is about 70 feet away. You got to pick a couple closer trees if you're so inclined. So you could move to the.
We
I
could
keep
be
pointing
over there,
once again,
though.
like you could. That could be the first stopping spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would,
Okay.
that would cover it. That's a really big area. Wow.
Okay. What do we got on stealth?
22.
35.
29.
27.
15.
That's what we like to see,
He's
Kel.
Is that
invisible.
with the advantages and the plus 10?
Yeah.
He has a straight roll, a plus 10, and he adds like nothing. So
And I rolled a 5.
Very nice.
there you
It's
go.
normal.
Alright.
Nick's like is like this makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, we tried stealthing together the last time we fought.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Nathan, if you'd be so kind, would you put everybody, some people invisible, some not, some have a large pot on their back that maybe makes a little bit of noise occasionally. But all of you
What?
make your way towards this sort of gnarled tree that was told to you by Nyx to be sort of the first step in your journey forwards.
Our journey.
Easy enough, especially being invisible and without with pass without trace. You all just slowly, you take your time. There's no rush. Make your way forward on this kind of gloomy day. And you kind of all start to kind of huddle into this space where you can fit. And Keld, you have been crouching and in this like crouched position. And you're like it's becoming tedious. You wear heavy armor. You have a large shield.
My thighs
You're not
burn.
having your thighs certainly burn, and as you get sort of to that small tree, kind of next to this gnarled one, you put a hand to it to support yourself,
Oh no.
and there's the tiniest cracking sound. But in the quiet of the day, it to you all, it sounds like just like a gun went off. Like there's the just snap of bark under Keld's hand, and everyone freezes. Everyone freezes. Hello? Is someone over there? Bradley. Let's go check it out. There's a
I guess
pause.
plans are changing.
This man who is currently not hooded, sort of like, oh yeah, no problem, guys.
Rip Bradley.
I saw there was this bird earlier, so it's probably a bunch of birds. And this guy without a hood on just begins to make his way towards the direction of the sound, just fully walking towards Keld.
I will cast Druidcraft. It'll hit him like 30 feet away from where we are, of the scent of a skunk. Just really strong smell in a 5-foot area. So maybe
One
he'll think it's a
second.
skunk.
All right, Bradley is gonna roll. If he thinks it is the skunk, in a different spot than where the sound was. Let's see what Bradley's up to.
Hmm.
Oh no. This is either really good or really bad. I don't know which.
No, no, I can't tell.
Oh my god.
It's fine
guys.
either way.
Either way. Um, Bradley sort of stops and like looks away. And sort of picks up the pace because he's now trying to get like away from the smell. He's gonna just like
Oh, God.
kind of jog full speed over. And when he gets to about like right past that tree he's at, he's gonna stop and is just kind of like makes kind of eye contact with the direction where Keld is for people who are just kind of like peeking at his spots. Are you okay? Did you get hurt? You need a hand? You good back there? And like begins to
Kel-
approach slowly.
Keld's invisible though.
Yeah, he's going towards where the sound was.
Oh, okay.
And there are people all over the place who are not invisible.
Oh boy.
Guys, there's somebody's over here. I think they're hurt. Oh no, Bradley. Oh, that's a pity. Does somebody need help over there?
Why do they all sound like Nana?
Glenda. Hello, it's me, Donna. Oh, look what you've
No.
done.
Do they look like cultists to us?
Bradley, I'd love you to roll insight, Fen, as you just you are able to get a kind of good position because you are invisible.
Use your eyes.
With
But you have
disadvantage, that's
disadvantage.
a 15. Yeah, with
All right.
disadvantage, that's a 15 on insight.
All of the people at the camp who have currently stood up and have begun to move sort of a bit in your direction, maybe spreading out just a little bit. Just, they're not jogging or anything, they're just beginning to move. Bradley, right at the forefront, that dude's like maybe a farmer. Maybe. Like, you are not getting a lot of cultist vibes from Bradley. Or he is the greatest spy you have ever seen in your life,
don't know.
and you are between the two.
So Fenn's gonna flick Jenny on the butt just so she flies away. Just
Yeah,
gonna.
Jenny is gone out of the
Well, I'm hoping that she tweets as she flies away. Like I'm
Angrily.
hoping that she gets some attention. Like, oh, it was a bird.
I will say Bradley does look in that direction and then back. I will be transparent. I was laughing. Bradley rolled a nat 20 on his perception check because I'm gonna use it now on Bradley, I
Oh
guess.
my god.
Um, Bradley takes a step back at this point, seeing as the people are not responsive. I don't. Well, I should leave you to your business. That's okay. Bradley, you can get up on out of the way. Just go get comfortable. You just gonna chill over there, or you want to chit chat? It's up to you. Okay.
I think Roshan will whisper to Nana. We need a decision. Should we move or should we approach as a group? What should we do?
They know we're here. They'll come looking.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think we could probably secure a audience with somebody in charge?
How about we get closer as a stealthy group?
All right then.
let Nyx do her thing. We just need 5 more minutes or so.
Did Nyx ever start casting?
I don't think Nyx can actively stealth and cast this, in my humble
No.
opinion.
Yeah, I
That
would
seems
have to stop and
complicated.
start
She would be starting now.
Okay.
You guys have
Mm,
been there
Kind
for a
of straight.
minute tops.
Yeah, we have not been there very long at all. We were discovered instantly.
Anything you can
You know, sometimes you got a clunky guy in your group.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps we
She's
should
used to
start
this.
having Keld leave the big pot on the
No.
cart.
No, the boots. The boots. Just do the boots now.
I hate to bother you.
It won't do anything to him. He'll have seen the change. So
Maybe the rest of us should just engage them while Nyx does her thing.
Nyx, can you stay behind? We'll move
Yeah.
forward, get him talking.
Instantly starts casting it. Just not waiting.
Okay. You've begun your
Alright.
10-minute cast.
All right, and we
Really
will
long.
go up and try and engage the person as a group.
No, Fen is
Yes,
absolutely
no?
staying invisible and rolling out to the right here.
That's understandable.
Fair.
Fen is
I
not
mean-
staying with the group. He may not have
I guess
may not
Nana
have,
is then
pass without trace anymore, but he is not approaching like, oh yeah, we're
Oh no,
friends now.
Nana's the only
I
non-invisible
would like to
person.
know who
Nana
is
will walk
approaching.
up. Nana will walk up. Nana's the only non-invisible person who isn't Nyx.
Okay.
Roshan will also.
He's gonna ditch invisibility
Staying
on himself?
invisible?
Yeah, staying
Or is
invisible.
he gonna stay invisible? Okay. All right. Nana
Keld is
will
afraid to move.
Just stay
walk
there.
up,
It's fine.
hands up.
Yeah, Nana, you can go start to parlay.
Fen would like to try to take stock on anybody he can get eyes on. Especially seeing if he can find anybody that's hidden, like anybody that's trying to stealth on their own. Like,
You can roll a perception check with disadvantage.
okay. 13.
Okay. You begin to make your way to a spot where you can kind of get comfortable off to the side. You don't see anybody. Nothing's catching your eye. You can see people,
Do I
but
see
nobody seems to be
6 people?
hiding. Yeah, you see all 6.
Okay.
You can see Bradley has started to back up, though. Bradley, not in the thick of it.
That's fair.
The guy at the front kind of steps forward. Yeah, run, Bradley. Get out of here.
Okay.
Bradley's
go
like,
in the tent,
I'll
Bradley."
I'll go warm my hands by the fire or something. Hey there. You know, you kind of look familiar. Not like I've seen you, but you know, like when they give a description of interest in people.
Who do I look like?
Shit, I got a piece of paper. You could give me half a second. I could tell you
Yeah,
exactly
sure.
who you look like.
Take your time.
Yeah,
Take
no
your
problem.
time.
You know, I gotta know what it'd be. I'd like to know what people are doing in this time. This
I'm-
first
Nana
moment.
is occupying this cultist.
This is like, consider this like a round. What are you doing in a round?
Readying an action. If anyone draws a weapon, that's my target.
Okay.
I think Roshan is just following, careful to stand in Nana's footsteps. So
Okay.
pretty much directly behind her.
Okay. Behind Nana, go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage. Anybody else? Just
Magic.
where are you going?
I'm pretty sure I'm staying still.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're staying
Michelle.
behind the tree.
For 10
Keld,
minutes.
any interest, or are you standing still?
I'm definitely standing still.
Mhm.
How far away am I from them? One of them.
Let's say, how far away are you from like talking guy?
Yeah.
Nathan, if you'd be so kind. About 20 feet.
Okay.
Oh, wow, neat. Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Is Nana still passing without trace?
I still have the spell active, yes.
Then 35
I'm not
for
actively
Roshan.
stealth checking myself, but yeah.
Yeah, Nana is visible. There is probably like a slight warble at some edges, especially like where her shadow starts, but besides that.
Yeah, and footprints shouldn't be very obvious behind me or anybody else with Pass Without Trace either.
Yeah. Roshan kind of steps into your shadow. You can feel him behind you. This guy at the front currently sort of reaching into their bag. Whoever keeps putting the horse drawings in my bag. And you can see there's like a very like crudely drawn horse that this guy just like, and he like shoves the drawing back into his bag. So
Is
you're
that
out
supposed
here
to be
all alone?
Thick Biscuit?
Is that my
the
horse?
present
Is he
moment?
wanted?
So many pictures of
Yes, it's pretty dangerous being out by yourself.
I've managed for a while.
Well, all right, have a nice day.
I hope you all do as well, although, merely passerby's curiosity. I only notice, one of these things is not like the others. Your friend Bradley seems like a very cheerful, very helpful sort of fellow, very involved in his community. He just doesn't seem to be wearing the same sort of outfit as all the rest of you. Is he just visiting, or hi, Bradley?
Hey. Oh. Listen, Bradley likes to be a part of something, so he's just, you could say he's just trying on some shoes for the first time. Like, literally the first time, like, maybe like today.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
You're
are you
doing
all,
great, Bradley.
you all border watch folk or the like?
I don't think we have to play games. I think we all know who each other is.
Well, that being said, things don't necessarily need to be dangerous. I'm just mainly here to ask a question or two, if I can find an ear that might indulge me. If not, I'll move along.
Sure. Why don't you join us by the fire?
Why not?
Why not? This guy will, like, fully turn his back to you and start walking towards the fire.
Nana will follow after this guy and not look around herself like a schmuck.
It's just like,
Um,
guys.
Yeah,
Are
no,
you coming too?
it's fine. I know that Roshan was invisible, and he's probably following. Probably.
You keeping in
We'll
step,
find-
Roshan?
Yeah.
Okay. Roshan following in your footsteps. No change to them, as he doesn't really leave any tracks to see in this moment, as he perfectly mirrors you. Yeah, Nathan, go ahead and start bringing them towards the camp, if you'd be so kind, so they can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Just
Perfectly
a fun little
normal, lovely
conversation.
conversation.
For fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For fun.
Guys,
Around the fire.
Everything we do here is for fun.
Nothing else is happening. I mean,
It's not like Nana is just frantically searching her brain for things to just ask that's basically bullshit so that it won't give the cultists anything, but so that it'll keep them busy for 10 whole minutes!
Keep some of sorry, Nathan, I should say, keep some of my other cultists a bit more on the perimeter. They don't fully follow into camp, they just get a little closer, so you can just back them up like 10 feet. If you'd be so kind. The rest of you, are you like holding position?
Yeah, Fennel's whole position as long as he thinks he can get, as long as he doesn't think anybody's got full cover from him.
I mean, there's a person like directly behind a tree, but like most of them are pretty visible.
Yeah, that person behind the tree doesn't have like a direct line of progress towards Nana, right? Like Fen would just attempt to position himself so that he could see everybody at least a little bit, so that if anybody were to like rush Nana, he had a shot at them.
Can you just show me where Fen is on my map real quick? I would assume that maybe you could see everybody. And then show me his perspective. That looks like honestly,
This is
looks like a
fucking
pretty good
fancy.
spot.
Mm-hmm.
This looks great.
Cool.
You know what? I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. You can see everybody.
Cool. That Fen would hold position there then.
Okay. This guy sort of walks over. You see Bradley is not sitting down. He looks a little uncomfortable. This guy sort of motions you to a seat. Take a seat. You want a drink or something?
Um, if you're offering.
I mean, Bradley made this cider. Bradley, get the cider out. Bradley's like, oh yeah, okay. And Bradley's gonna go into the tent to go get the cider that he brought.
What is the vibe
Scant.
on Bradley? Does Bradley look like the stoked freshman who's getting hazed at like opening day, like rush day, or is he like?
I mean, he seems kind of nervous right now. He's picking up on the energy of the space.
Valid.
He looks kind of uncomfortable and seems happy to be like, I'm gonna go in the tent, and seems very happy to do that.
Cool.
All right, Nana, you go over and you take a seat while Bradley goes to get the cider.
Mm-hmm.
We're at probably starting to approach. We've got a little over a couple minutes under the belt. If you take out just my descriptions and staring into the void, you take those out.
No, keep them in.
No, count it. Jillian, count it.
I'm sure somebody was staring into the void.
I'm sure. It was me. But he starts to like kind of be like, so you like to walk, or you just like you left your cart so you could skulk around you were hunting, I suppose.
Well, Ranger's never not hunting, but no, I'm actually separated from my cart at the moment. Get my way back to it eventually, but at the present moment I'm sort of just getting the lay of the land. Sort of interested in what's going on in the woods around Gardaholm,
Yeah.
so on.
Oh yeah. You can see there is a growing progressive antsy energy to everybody.
Okay.
Even this guy sort
Oh.
of has like a tap to his hand on his knee.
Mm-hmm. Nana's just keeping
Well,
it chill. She's
no,
just
I'm
pleasant.
super
She's polite.
chill.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I won't even make you roll for it. Sure. Pleasant and polite.
Pleasant and polite.
Nathan, would you mind just giving me the view of just like the team at the back who are watching from the shadows?
Uh-huh.
Just so we could get the team perspective. Yeah. All of you kind of just like are standing there and listening to like vaguely awkward conversation.
Yeah.
The best choice. No. But here I am.
Here I am,
Here she stands.
visible and doing it.
I can be pleasant and polite in the face of stressful conversations.
Nana,
I'm
what's
so
your
stressed.
passive perception?
Passive perception. That would be a 16.
Does anybody have everything? I think everybody like caps at 18, right? Or does somebody have higher than 18?
I got a 20, but I'm at disadvantage
Okay.
because I'm fatigued.
Ah, that's true. So I would give just a slight drop from that. You all continue to watch this. You're creeping onto the 4-minute sort of area, the 5-minute. So,
That's valid. That's perfectly understandable on Bradley's part. Nana holds that against him, not at all. I think Nana winds up kind of inquiring. So I do understand that there have been some rather significant landscaping efforts happening around some rather large towns recently. Some
yeah,
very ambitious projects, from what I'd heard.
right.
Lots of
Yeah.
ground moved.
Huh.
I'm very interested to know if there's something like that, perhaps, that's sort of getting off on the ground floor, as it were, in this sort of neck of the woods.
Oh, like a startup sort of situation is what you're asking about.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Hmm. I mean, we're working, you know? You got to keep busy, idle hands and what have you.
Absolutely, absolutely. You cannot simply just allow idleness to run rampant. It's bad for morale, for one thing.
It's pretty bad for morale, I'd have to say.
Mm.
You said your passive perception's a 16 as you sort of like look these guys over. What's your passive insight?
Passive insight is also a 16.
Well rounded.
Roshan's at a
I mean,
perception 17 and an insight 21, if that matters.
God damn.
okay. This guy is stoic and casual, kind of mirroring Nana as they both sort of are in this space together. Yeah, right, I told you I'd get those pictures, my bad. And sort of goes over and like throws his bag down. And kind of opens it and like kind of shuffles some things aside. All of you watch as 3 arrows hit into Nana from a direction none of these people are in. 3
Right.
arrows.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Oh,
Hit into Nana. I'd love everybody to roll initiative.
oh
Yep.
God.
Here we go, boys! It's fine. It's fine, guys. Honestly. It's
This
fine.
is fine.
Well, goddamn. I don't suppose we have battle music, do we, DM?
I have no power here.
I understand.
And if we did, I don't think we'd get to hear it anyways, but
Fuck. Well, that's a shame.
you guys have to just you guys just
Battle
have to
music
Bum,
in
bum,
your...
bum, bum, bum. We just have
that's
to hum
the
it.
With
that's right.
with disadvantage. Go ahead. Call for those.
No, I'm go ahead.
With disadvantage, I got a 17 to initiative, so
Oh, well, hold on to that, please.
I'm happy about that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Go ahead with calling for that.
I didn't know what you were going to talk about. You were asking me a question about the setup. 1 second. Casually talk amongst yourselves. Well, I just roll some initiative for our friends here.
Nana breathes blood. Yeah.
It was 10 minutes, right?
No,
Who's this sneaky little...
no, it is not.
No.
So that's the 10-minute mark, yeah.
Boys, good job, everybody.
Yep, we did it.
We win.
And all it took was 3 arrows into our friend.
Yep.
It's fine.
That's all it costs. It's fine.
You know, everything comes with a price.
It was a sacrifice. Y'all were
Nix
willing
has
to make.
no clue.
I get it.
She can't see.
She's
Yeah.
not paying attention. She's casting.
No, that's for the best.
He's
Yes.
behind a tree actively.
Yeah,
casting
yeah, no,
this
it's
time.
fine.
Make noise. Let her know.
Yeah.
Stop trying to cast the spell, baby.
Feels like, guess it's time for click.
We're not hitting first this time.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Let it be noted, Nana did not lift a single weapon in this whole altercation up to this point. Not one.
Real fast before we jump into things. Can you just zoom out a bit for me? Just so I can. I'm just
Mr.
looking
Producer.
around. You could also
Peeking.
scroll upwards. Oh, I see. How fun.
Oh.
And then zoom back into Nyx for me. Sorry, guys, I have specific requests.
I'm chilling by a tree.
Okay. At this time, all of you can watch from to the left of where Nyx is currently on this gnarled tree. There is a flash of light. And you watch people hustle out of this fucking tree.
Well then.
They are pursued by arrows that just fly out into Nana's direction.
Wait, what?
They all are going to the people that run out. They seem to make their way towards trees and cover. Except for Sunny, who is going to step out of the tree, weapon already drawn, and is going to go casually step up on Nyx.
Well.
Ing is also going to step out of the tree. Nathan's first off a champ. And Ing is going to try to make distance from people. Seems to kind of spread out and away. But people move their solid 30 feet. Nyx, you can see Sunny in front of you, whose weapon is already ablaze with some sort of magic. And you can see sort of like the shake of the eyes and of the hand seems to be moving quickly and sort of smiles at you.
Oh boy. Fuck.
Hey there! Give us like a solid 30. And as these arrows fly out, the tree closes immediately once all are out. I'm going to go ahead and roll damage against Nana real fast.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's going on here?
You can tell that those arrows did not come from any of the people who just ran out. It came after. All of those
Cool.
are going to hit.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. No problem,
These
babe.
bitches brought their party with them and they hit me?
Yeah. The party crashed you, comrade.
Thanks.
Let me go ahead and... Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, Nana, you only take 13 points of damage. As you can see, one arrow, like, hits you pretty hard, but the other two sort of, like, skim you. Just skim you on the sides, kind of like at your, like, right at your forehead, just sort of skim past you.
Well, shit.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. All right. Nah, that's a 9.
Okay. You are currently blinded as your own blood begins to fall into your eyes.
Shit.
And with that, I'm just going to make sure the right amount of people are on the board to our dear producer here, and you guys would know. Besides Ing and Sunny, we have a solid. In total, we should have 12 people in play, counting the people already here. Plus Sunny and Ing, 12, 13, 14. My bad. Thanks, Nathan. You're a champ. Let's go ahead and start getting some initiatives. 20 and up.
22
Okay.
for a change.
That's pretty good. Nana's usually at the end of initiative.
I know.
Yes, altogether 14. Just so I don't have to type it out. 15 to 20.
With disadvantage, Fenn's at 17.
And I'm right after him.
It would have been a natural 20.
Oh, snap.
Sad.
So Fen,
I've got 17 too.
I'm assuming Fen's dexterity is probably higher than Keld's. So I will put Keld.
It is,
next.
and Fenn has a ready action as well.
Yeah, one moment. I will get to you.
Oh, just
Don't
making
you
sure
worry.
I made note of that. That's all.
Don't you worry.
You will be got to, boy.
I shall get you. Don't you worry. You can fire your arrows. I'm sure you can see one of these guys who scampered out with a weapon. Nick 16. And Roshan, what do we got?
5.
Hell yeah. Sorry guys, this is a girthy combat that we are
boy.
attempting at this juncture. So
Girthy.
believe in you, believe in me.
I believe
Believe in
all of us.
yourselves. Follow your heart. Okay, what do we got going on? May I just say, the amount of 17s in this combat is striking.
Oh boy.
There, you there. Ooh. And then. Okay. And then. What's everybody doing at home? How were your holidays? You guys have fun? I heard somebody has a lot of school going on.
I
I'm a
do
30-year-old lady
understand.
who will never go to school again. I'd rather die. All right.
Oh, we plan to take you to school tonight.
I
Let's
wouldn't.
go.
I would.
Yeah.
Kyle!
Let's do
Kyle!
this. Guys, ready?
Oh, no.
Yeah, Finn, there's like a few people
my
that run
God.
out. One of the first guys. Go ahead and open fire. You ready to attack? Go for it. There's a guy who runs out with a weapon drawn.
Yeah, I would love to make that ing, but I'll take the shots at that person.
Yeah, I'm being just a little specific about it. There's somebody who goes into your
Okay.
line of sight more than Ing does.
Cool. Well, the first shot would be with advantage because I'm hidden. With sharpshooter, that is a 21 to hit.
Oh, most certainly.
Okay. Gonna go ahead and all right. I'll roll damage for this.
Nathan, I'm gonna say this is hitting one of my bulkier guys. Weapon drawn, ready to throw
9,
hands.
10, 13, 23 damage with that first shot.
Okay.
Second shot probably no longer with advantage because I've exposed myself, right?
Yes, you are now invisible.
All right.
Please, sir. there are children
That
present.
one's, I assume, is gonna miss with a 15.
He's gonna parry, so yes, you miss.
Okay. And that was Dread Ambusher shot. That is a 18.
That hits.
Okay. So 21 plus 5, 26 points of damage.
All right. This kind of bulkier guy in a cloak looks rough. Like, he looks rough. All right. Let's get this started with the top of initiative.
Hmm.
Boy.
Nana, you're up. You're at the top. You can see now that like these people that were at the camp with you weren't initially like drawing their weapons. They were acting very casual. Now are very much going for their weapons. Everybody's going for weapons now. It is chaos, and then you can't see anything, as you are immediately blinded by your own blood.
Shit. Okay,
boy.
well, I guess Nana is going to try to clear the blood out of her eyes. First things first. Can't avoid attacks from people trying to kill me if I can't see them.
So you could do that at the end of your turn for free, or you could use your
Okay.
action to try and deal with it. That's up to you.
Shit. Well, God,
Hmm.
what bullshit actions do I really believe I can pull off in this moment?
Nana
right
starts
here,
slowly
right now?
spinning in a circle.
Where do I think I can get to? What do I think I can accomplish? How far away did that bag fall that the guy threw down that he was gonna look into?
I mean, it's probably within a movement, probably somewhere kind of close to where you are around the fire. You can assume it's somewhere there.
And I've heard him talking for a while. Is he, like, does it sound like he's still close to the fire, or has he moved over to where the hullabaloo has started?
You're welcome to bulldoze forward and find out.
Yeah. Nana is going to just kind of, like, move forward on... Like, she was seated on the ground before, so she's not going to bother trying to get up from prone if she can't see. But she's gonna try and, like, kind of, like, move forward, hands and knees, kind of low-key, trying to see if she can find the bag, but, like, just sort of, like, looking like she's having a rough time with her eyes being covered in blood and also having an arrow in her.
I mean,
Understood. You begin to make your way forward. The first thing you come across is feet.
Yep.
Oh, there's somebody in front of you. You can swing on them.
Cool.
You can stand up and swing on them. It'll be at disadvantage, though. You know they're there.
I forgot his name. Not what's his name.
Oh, no, not
He's
what's
over
his
by the
face.
tent.
Okay.
Guys, Bradley's
Yeah,
fine.
no.
Bradley.
Bradley's
Unless you
fine.
murder him, then Bradley's not.
No! We can't hurt Bradley. We can't do that. I will not stand for it. I will... Fuck. Actually, you know what? I haven't tried this yet. What would it require for me to attempt to grapple this guy from the ground? Can I, like, try and flip his legs out from under him, get him on the
Knees.
floor?
It would be an opposed athletics check. He would get to do athletics or acrobatics, but you'd have to do athletics.
It would have to be athletics for mine? Okay.
Yes, because you are taking him down.
Yeah.
Take him down.
Yeah, I'd like to try that. Yes, please.
Go ahead and roll athletics. I'm gonna say you're one of these guys. Cool.
Cool.
Believe in you.
All right. That gives me an attempt of 17.
You fully got this dude by the legs. He has no movement.
Hell yeah! I have
this guy's
grappled
like-
him.
He's like, the fuck? You see, it's not the guy you were actively talking to, but he's just like,
Yeah, that's
huh?
fine. That's fine.
Huh?
I've taken one person out of the combat. I
Fully out
can't
of the
see what's
combat.
going on.
This guy's out of the combat, boys.
I can't see at all. What's happening?
Nana, if this is the end of your turn, you can go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw to see if you can blink the blood out of your eyes.
Yeah, gimme.
You blink that shit out.
Blink that
That's
blood.
a 15.
You are still blinded.
God damn. Well, fine then. This is some very stubborn blood. Ooh! Ah, my eyes! Ooh! I can't see!
You're just holding this dude by the leg.
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
It's true!
Perfect. It's very true. Back towards where the kerfuffle is sort of mostly happening, there are two archers that are going to open fire. Fen is now visible and has shown himself to be a pain.
Oh boy.
There's this one guy who's like actively trying to pull an arrow like out of his collarbone. Like it looks
Ooh.
rough. But these archers are going to open fire on him. They're going to use their bonus actions to do something fun, and then they're going to open fire.
Do I have any sort of cover?
No, and if you did, they would kind of arch out behind the tree to shoot at you, and then arch back in.
Okay, just checking.
Everybody's sort of kind of vaguely behind you-ish. So, first attack, 19 on the dice. Second attack goes wide.
First attack hits for sure.
Oh yeah. The other guy's first attack hits, and his second attack does not. So both of them get one hit in as just kind of like a volley of arrows from these two guys as they step out from behind a tree, take aim, and immediately sort of move to get cover from you after they fire. Let me go ahead and roll you some damage for funsies. Because we're here for fun.
As a
Isn't that
treat.
right, boys?
Mm.
Isn't this why we're all here?
I'll roll you up some damage as a treat.
Oof. 18 damage on the first hit, Fen.
Hmm.
And then on the second one. Okay. 9 points of damage as two arrows make contact while one just like sticks into the tree. One of them goes wide. And then they casually step back behind the tree as you see them going for more arrows. That is the end of the archer's turn. Fen, you're up. Welcome back.
How many can I get within a 20-foot radius without getting any party members in it?
So you're probably gonna go for that little cluster closer to Ing.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Ing in particular, but like,
Yeah, you can get that cluster of friends.
cool. I will cast Spike Growth right there.
What's the range on spike growth? You're so sure.
Spike Growth has a range of 150 feet, so I think we're
You're
probably pretty good.
peachy. We're probably good.
Okay. All right. And they will. Sorry, it's been a minute since I cast this.
Now, last time there was last time it was during a very, very spicy combat, and one time was during a
Yeah.
proposal. Those are the notable times.
Yeah, so they'll if they move for every 5 feet they move, they'll take 2d4 points of damage, and it's difficult terrain, basically. So that's what I will do. I will use my action to do that, and I will use my movement to get behind, to get near Nyx, and I will use my bonus action to attempt to hide.
You run over to Nyx and you get just like a slight glance of Sunny over there.
Oh boy.
She is
Okay.
right next to Nyx. So you can still hide, disadvantage.
I was gonna have disadvantage anyways, so may as well.
This is where I am.
Oh shit! 28.
With disadvantage?
16.
Wow.
16 and a 17 on the die, so plus.
Christ.
Keep note of it.
You're a monster.
Okay, is that your turn, Fen?
That's all I can do. Yeah.
Beautiful. Keld, you are on deck. It is Sunny's turn. Sunny sort of steps up on Nyx. And it kind of just like smiles, and there's just like a vibration to her body. Nice to meet you. And just begins to hammer into you. Begins to fully hammer in.
Nice.
You can see that she seems to be already affected by a spell, that her weapon seems already affected by a spell. You can only assume they walked in like this. Where you at, Beach? There she is. Let's go,
Where's
Beach.
she at, Beach?
Where you at, Beach? Let's do our first attack. Okay, I need to also be very precise about. We'll start at the top. What's your armor class, Nick, so I can just fly through this?
16.
Okay. The first swing of the sword hits, and then there's the second on the backhand. The second one is going to miss, but you can just see that the other hand is already back into it to do another strike. Okay, that one is going to hit as well.
Oh,
So
boy.
2 out of 3. There is a pain, very specific with the first attack.
Ooh,
There we go.
I don't like that.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, Nyx.
Okay. $18.
18. You push through something that seems to like make your arms feel heavy, but there is still an immense amount of pain that rocks your body and your mind.
Oh boy.
Sorry guys, I'll get into the swing of it in a second.
You don't have to.
No. This is what I want. You are going to take 9 points of piercing damage on the first attack,
Oh boy.
and come here. Already halved 9 points of psychic damage. And then is going to use their bonus action now to reignite the weapon as it goes in for the third strike. And you're going to take 11 points of piercing damage, plus give me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's a nat 20, putting me at 29.
There you go.
Boom, beast.
All right. And throw a cheeky 1 more point of damage on top of that.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Okay. Eyes wild. Sunny looks like she is having the time of her life.
Oh, fucking boy.
She is going to stay fully engaged with you.
Great.
She can. We can't see Keld. He's invisible, so that's none of my business. Okay. I believe that is Sunny's turn. Keld, you're up.
Cool. So,
Sweet, nice.
how far away am I from Sunny?
Oh, you can get to her. I think she's like right behind you.
Come say hello.
Come
Well,
say
for
hi.
sure.
Come over.
We're definitely gonna come say hello with our corpse slayer. I'm gonna move over there and take a swing at her.
Go for it.
Come on, buddy.
Nat
Come
one
on,
that.
buddy.
With advantage, though. You're invisible.
You are invisible.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Here I come, clunk,
Forgot I was
clunk.
still invisible.
Still invisible. Because
Okay.
Roshan hasn't taken any damage.
17.
17 does not hit as your sword goes wide. Just there's like the crunch of snow underfoot, and you see Sunny's eyes widen, and she just like leans back out of the way as your sword misses her neck by
Damn.
inches.
Damn.
But you are fully visible. That's your first attack.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
Get him, get him.
let's try again. What the fuck?
That's so sad.
That's gonna be a 16.
16 does not hit. I'm sorry to say.
This is fine.
Anything you want to do with your bonus action? Anything you want to just get in the works, or?
Mm. What?
Mostly, do you want to use like a smite? That's kind of my question.
I mean, always, but
Natch.
In my bones, correct, yes. I haven't been saying this. Nyx, you are the next player character on deck.
is that a bonus action?
Yeah, smites should be bonus actions. You just slap those on and then just start, the murder.
Yes, I see.
Would you like to put one on, or are you going to wait?
Then I'll go ahead and do a branding. The one
What
I
level?
have is a ensnare. Wait, is that the same? Blinding smite.
Okay. At what
Third
level? Okay, you use one of your third level spell slots as your weapon illuminates, kind of creating these shadows behind the tree that sort of dramatically light your quarry and your sister. All right. That was you. Now it is time for our dear friend Ing, who is in the thick of it, one could say.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to consider his life choices. Do I got eyes on anyone? I know there's a lot going on behind that tree. I know that to be self-evident. And the range on that is... Could you tell me how far Ing is away from our dear friend Nyx? That's a pity for him, isn't it? He's a bit far away. So we're going to do this instead. He is going to, because I don't think you really notice when the ground starts to do the ensnaring, he is going to take like a casual step to the side, kind of more towards the cliff edge. So he's going to take just like 5 feet, feels something is happening, and then is going to stop. He's going to stop walking, just hold his ground.
He takes 4 points of damage then.
Okay, thank you. Kind of moves his hands in front of him and begins to cast a spell focused behind the tree. And is going to, there's a little crackle of kind of like red energy at his fingertips, and he pulls it down. I need Nyx and Keld to give me a dexterity saving throw. As fire slams down around you, a tall pillar from the sky that engulfs both of you. Sunny's eyes go wide as she is illuminated by fire. What do we got?
21.
9.
Oh no.
Buddy! My dude!
All right. None of my dice are working today.
That's really a shame for you.
It really is.
There's a pity. Keld, you're going to take 22 points of fire damage, and Nyx, you are going to take 11. As this fire rockets around you. And Ing sort of like looks at the ground. I guess I'll deal with it. But is going to think about it. Is going to step back behind the tree and take another dabblage. How much damage with another 5 feet, then?
Oh, sorry. It's another 4 damage.
All right.
I didn't say it was an effective spell. It slows people down. It doesn't
Hey,
kill
8 damage
people
can
very
kill
well.
some people.
That's true.
All right. That is Ing's turn. Nyx, you are up. As the fire kind of clears around you, and there's Sunny.
Right there. Just gonna smile at her and dispel magic on her. Right.
Yeah, beast!
All right. What level?
We'll just go with 3rd. I can roll for it if I need to.
You might need to. Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll using your spellcasting modifier, which I think is wisdom.
Yeah, it's a lot. No, the Nyx dice are on fire. 24.
Fuck yeah.
So that's nat 20, so 24.
Okay. She is going to lose one of the spells affecting her.
One of them.
Oh yeah, it's more than one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. One of them is out of play.
Hell
You can see
yeah.
the remaining is still that vibration.
Mhm.
But something else was taken out. Anything else?
Okay, so that counts as my action. I can only do a bonus action spell if it had been a cantrip, so I can't do that.
Yes.
So we will just attack her with some spores.
Okay.
I need a Constitution save from her.
No problem. No, that's not going to save.
Nice.
Man, I think that's the first time I've damaged somebody with this.
Hell yeah, baby.
Wow, that's
Much
actually
damage.
Let's see. 5.
Roshan, you are also the next player character on deck. Nix, could you quickly describe to me what it looks like when your spores do some damage?
It's almost like the little puffs of green fire, burning her with necrotic damage as it lands on her.
Nice.
There's a gasp, like an audible gasp, as there is like this strike of pain, but just fully focused on you and your friend. Anything else, Nix? Are you good?
Nice to meet you. And I'm good.
Pleasure's all mine, Blue.
Mm.
All right.
Do I hear that
That is
cockiness?
Yeah, you're like right there in the tree.
Okay. All right. Just making sure that came through.
Yeah, no, Sunny is many things. I would say quiet, and he is not one of them.
Reserved? No.
Okay, there are a lot of people stuck in this situation over there. And they're with Ing, who said they'd take care of it. All of the people who are currently around Ing are standing their ground. So they are staying in that spot. Don't mind me. And then yeah, they're just gonna ready actions. Everybody over there's readying actions. I'll deal with it if it comes to it. The people by the fire, let's go talk to them. I mean, there's very obviously one person that's about to get attacked. So this guy who is grappled, this dude across from the fire, anybody who is within moving distance of Nana and is not stuck in those vines is going to just run up to her. One of them doesn't really have a choice. He's there. Is going to take an attack against Nana with advantage.
I mean, isn't he maybe also gonna hit his buddy?
Why would he do that? They can see. You're the blind person on the ground, Nana. I don't know what to tell you.
I specifically flung myself around the legs of one random guy.
If I roll in nat 1, I will be sure to inform you of how this guy gets bonked. This shitty dude whose legs you were holding, he like pulls out, looks like a scimitar, and he's like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do I do this without cutting my own junk off? And just seems kind of perplexed for what he's doing right now. And the other guy is gonna come over. Hey there, I could give you a hand. And he's gonna put a hand on your shoulder. Both times I rolled the same number on the dice. Different numbers, but like, both the dice mirrored each other. Okay. Nana, you are going to take You are going to take 10 points of necrotic damage as this hand grabs your shoulder and pain rockets through you.
Don't care for that.
Yeah, I think I think those are the two guys over there. Everybody else is kind of like, we're over here right now. That's their energy, and that's cool for them. Thanks, those guys. Roshan, welcome to the fray. You're muted.
Roshan is going to stay out of the fray. He will unleash Angel Time.
Angel time.
And Radiant Soul, and with his bonus action, say, "Come on, Nana, you're better than this," and give her Bardic Inspiration.
Maybe that'll let me blink this blood out of my eyes.
And
Maybe.
neither of those were spells, so is Roshan still invisible?
See, now look at you. Now look at you making me type things into the computer.
Bamboozling the DM, if you will.
No.
Oh, shoot.
I will never be bamboozled by rules.
She's immune.
You gotta bamboozle her by zigging when she expects you to zag, narratively speaking.
Attacks or casts. Wait a second, guys. I know this is a slightly slow-moving combat, but
I'm sweating.
There's a lot of moving pieces. A lot of pieces on the table. I kind of
know what?
love
Sure,
that we
stay
just sort
invisible.
of accidentally fell into it as
You
well.
take that.
Sweet. And then he's going to sneak around back of the tent, and whisper through it, "Bradley, get out while you still can!" in a spooky voice.
Run.
Ooh, spooky voice. That's it for you, Roshan. It's
That's it.
Bradley's turn.
Wow.
Bradley, at the end of the initiative, oh, Bradley, you really messed it up this time. And Bradley is gonna fucking book it. He is
Yeah.
running away from the combat, just like
He
into
should.
the trees.
Please
He's
do.
I wish
running.
that were me.
He's gonna run 60 feet, just going, just
Go, dude,
into
go!
the distance.
Run!
Bradley has no interest in being here anymore.
Good!
The cold life, not for him. He wanted to get into something more social, but this isn't it.
Nope.
This isn't working for him. That is the end of Bradley's turn. Nana, you are up. Fen, you are the next player character on deck.
Cool. Great. Cool. So, what I would love to try to do, what I would love is if I had an opportunity to, like, attempt to sling this guy into the other guy that just laid his hands on me. I can't assume he's very far away from me. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's like
you would be
a
attempting
wrestling
a,
move.
a shove attack, which in
Okay.
this scenario, I would give you. I would do. You know what? I'd let you stay the same, but I can't promise you're gonna hit anybody else besides pushing this guy away from you. I can't promise
fine.
an outcome.
Okay. All right. I will aim to throw him into somebody else, but if I can just kind of like throw him down and
Sure,
away.
go ahead and give me an athletics check.
All right. Athletics. Oh, baby. Damn. That's 21.
Yeah, the guy whose legs you currently have, you shove him back like 10 feet.
Yeet! Awesome. Cool.
Into the fire?
You sort of, no. Just back in the direction kind of where he was standing, where he came from. So he
Alright.
kind of stumbles back a little bit towards like that box looking thing. Is that a box? Maybe.
Okay, so I have
Anything
a
else,
question.
Nana?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
actually, I have a question. On account of use an object being a free action.
Yeah. Sometimes.
I mean, I want Nana to scoop up some snow and try and wash the blood out of her eyes.
Sure, you grab a handful of snow and just sort of like slam it into there to try and help clean this out.
Yeah.
I will give you another +1 to your saving throw, your Constitution
Alright.
saving throw.
I appreciate that. An additional +1 may or may not do it. At 15.
Sorry.
One side.
Can't see.
No. God damn
No.
it.
You don't think this is just casually your blood in your eyes. You think this might be slightly magical.
Fuck. This is ridiculous.
Anything else?
Yeah, she knows that there was a guy who reached at her a minute ago. She wants to,
Yeah, there's a guy right next to you.
Cool. Is there any way I can just try to, like, stand up in his direction? I guess that would probably only count as another shove attack. I don't know if I can count that as second attack in an action, but...
So you can stand up in this man's face.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's you know where he is. You can stand up right in front of him. Can't see
Alright.
shit, but you're here.
Fair enough.
Any bonus
Yeah.
actions?
Golly. Most of it involves being able to see.
There you go.
I'm fine for right now.
Okay, moving along. There's two people who are having a bad time over there behind the stuff. If you'd be so kind as to take me over to the Briars, Nathan.
Over to the Briars, good boy.
Just take me to the Briars situation. Where everybody's sort of stuck in a terrible,
What's happening in the Thorns, Lovey?
let's see. The thing is, the people like all like blend in with it, so I'm like, yeah, there's somebody in there.
There's somebody
Somebody's
in
in
there.
there.
Probably.
Somebody's
I
having a
can't
bad
tell.
time.
Somewhere.
Yeah, these guys are going to ready actions. That is what's going to happen there. They're waiting for an assist. Fen, you're up. On deck. Keld, you're the next
All right,
player character on the deck.
Sonny is an asshole, and Sonny
Mm-hmm.
needs to pay for being an asshole. So, gonna bonus action, Hunter's Mark Sonny,
All right.
and then I'm gonna take some shots at him.
I mean, you've just cast a spell on this person, so I think you're going to lose your hiding that you have acquired.
Yeah.
But you can open
I've
fire.
I've got two party members within 5 feet. So
Yeah. No, I'm just saying the
Yeah.
advantage-centric part. You can have the sneak attack. You can have
Okay.
Go for it.
all right, cool. With sharpshooter, 19 to hit.
19 does not hit.
Cool. Next shot with sharpshooter, 20 to hit.
20 does not hit.
God damn it!
Damn it. Oh, we gotta use
All
one
right.
of the spells on her.
All right. Fen will use his movement to get behind a tree so that he has full cover. He's not going to attempt to hide he's not going to hide visibly. He doesn't want concealment. He wants cover. Like, he wants to not be able to be shot at without cover assisting
Sure.
his AC. Well, that sucks. Cool.
All right. Can I cast that at a lower level? Okay. Sunny looks to... Yeah, it's gonna look to you, Nyx, because you're the one currently engaging in conversation like a civilized person.
Of course.
You know? This is a pretty messy battlefield, wouldn't you think? I need you to go ahead and make me an intelligence saving throw
Oh, no.
minus 6.
What?
Nice. She's already bad at intelligence.
Oh man, come on,
This
buddy.
is
You know? Puts me at 18 still.
Not
intelligence saving throw minus 6. Your
Yeah, 'cause
intelligence?
I have a +4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
She's
real quick,
smart.
I just wanna see this. What did you get on the dice? I don't want to see it physically. Just what'd you get on the dice?
If I did my math correct, I got. If it's 19 plus 4 minus
20, 21,
math.
22, 23 minus 6.
Is it 17?
20, 19, 18, 17.
17. Math is hard.
I fully that's why we did it as a team.
Yeah.
Nyx, there is a strange sensation that sort of like washes over you. And Sunny's right. There are enemies everywhere.
Oh no.
Each time you attack, it could be anybody.
Oh no.
But you know you are surrounded by enemies.
Oh fuck.
All right. That is her action, which you'll love to see it.
Oh boy.
And then... No, we're good. Bonus action who? She's happy to stay in the thick of it with you.
Of course she is.
Happy to be here. That is Sunny's turn. Kel, you are up next. You see Sunny. No issues with Nyx at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, we're not quite sure what was going on there. Oh, thank God, a good roll. 18 plus 8. Will that hit?
18 plus 8.
I sure hope it
26.
will.
I
thank
sure hope so
God.
too.
With my blinding smite. Oh God.
It's hard.
Hey guys, it's a big combat. There's so much going on, and also none of us know how to do math.
Okay,
Yep.
we
Simple
got
addition is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
19 damage on that hit with the
All right.
smitiness. And then we're gonna take another, I guess, just swipe with my sword.
Yep.
Oof. Or not. Does a 14 hit?
No,
Or
sir.
13?
We have all learned that 20 is currently not hitting, so...
You're right, you're right.
Alright, staying in the thick of it, Kel?
Yes, I don't want to move too far from Nyx right now.
That's fine. You stay in it. It is now Ing's turn. He is going to use Dispel Magic and take these briars out of play. It feels like a waste, right? Like a waste, as he kind of looks back at the other people who have all readied actions to move. They've all readied actions to dash. So basically, Nathan, all those people run 30 feet in a direction except Ing, who is going to stay by the tree. Ing is content to do that. So I'll leave Nathan to that. Any fun
Fucking
bonus
hell.
actions real quick for Ing? Ing is just, real easy round. Just keeping it casual. That's it. That's Ing's turn. Staying comfy, staying safe. Nyx, you're up. I would love to know what your game plan is, and I'll tell you what happens. You're muted.
I am.
Indeed.
Oop.
Yup, that's true. Oh man.
If she, thinks that there's enemies everywhere, if it's true, she's gotta, probably transform herself to be stronger, to last longer. And I think is gonna pull out
boy.
that huge giant crab and
Oh,
polymorph
God.
herself.
Oh god.
It works well.
If it works.
All right. Nyx, you turn into a huge crab who is just surrounded by enemies. That is your action to change. Anything else? Crabs don't have bonus actions.
I do not think they do. No.
Either.
Pretty sure.
I think
probably.
they should, but I didn't make the game.
Sadly.
And you're gonna stay where you are?
Think so. If she feels like that she's surrounded like that, she's not gonna move. She's gonna stand her ground and knock them all out.
Okay. Yeah. They used their So the two guys that made their way over to that tree where the thick of it's happening for Nyx and Keld, yeah, they're gonna run in. One of them is the guy who looks like he's like feeling terrible. He's one of those guys. Both of them are gonna run in with their movement, and they are going to look at the situation. How smart are they? We're gonna attack Keld.
Not smart.
What about the
Take
giant
that as
crab?
your how smart are they?
Not. The
First
answer
guy
is
comes
no.
over. I got a 17 on the lowest dice. I think I am going to be hitting you. And then yeah, that's just the base
Damn.
number before the special stuff.
Boo.
Does a 19 hit?
Just hits.
Oh, that's your new AC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys just start swinging on you for the lulz. You take 16 points of slashing damage. And then each of them is going to try and stab you with a dagger, and
Rude.
only one of them is successful. Yeah. Does 4 points of damage. These guys just start kind of wailing on you to the best of their abilities, these two guys. It's their turn. They're in the thick of it now. There is the guy who got shoved by the fire, who is going to get up. And he is going to attack Nana, who is still blind.
Oh god.
Yeah.
With a 17 to hit.
That'll do it.
You take 5 points of slashing damage as this guy is no longer afeared for his junk and is able to get a hit in.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
And the other guy you were engaging is going to he's gonna do the same thing again. He's gonna come over and he's gonna be like, "You really have to like stand still," and he like goes for your shoulder again.
Rather he didn't.
That's an 18 on the dice. These dice are
damn it.
mighty. Nana, you take 13 points of necrotic damage.
It's very rude.
That's that guy's turn. The guy's back the other way. Don't really get to see too many people.
I think Roshan's technically still invisible.
Yeah, I can't see Roshan. I'm not looking at him anymore. Can't really look at him. One of the guys is going to look to Fen and say, he's gonna say prone. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Fen.
With advantage because I'm not charmed, or because I have advantage against being charmed?
Command is not a charm spell.
It's fucking not.
It is not. Sorry to
Okay.
tell you. Sorry
All
to
right.
be the bearer of bad news.
Damn.
All right, I got an
That
18
seems-
anyways on a saving throw,
that's great.
right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Very good.
There is a thing in your mind that says, I have to lay down. And you're like, well, that would be stupid.
Dumb.
So you don't. So you don't do that. Were there just like a bunch of people over there in that corner also by that clump where like Fen and Nyx and the gang are? There are just some other people over there? Those guys behind that tree? Right into the thick of it. They
boy.
are going to we were just thinking about their lives for a little bit. They are going to run over to yeah, they're gonna run to Fen. And they are just going to attempt to do some damage.
Oh, boy.
Cool.
Here they come. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Second one does not hit. Is that 3 people, Nathan, who just came over, or is it 2? For some reason, 3. 2? 3. Okay. Only 2 of them hit.
If
You
they
take 6
end
points
their
of damage,
6 points, cool.
and then 2 points.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they're gonna end their
if
turn.
they end their turn, yeah, okay. I'm gonna move 15 feet away
Sure.
with my reaction.
And
That'll be 15 feet away from everybody, whoever those people are.
Yeah, you'll hustle back a bit. I think all these assholes have gone. Roshan, back into the thick of it. Let's go. Unmute. There you go.
Roshan is
I'll take Bradley out of this.
for the first time going to cast a shadow spell and cast Shadow of Moil.
Okay.
Cool.
And so he drops the invisibility and
If you're an echoey person, please mute yourself. Thanks.
he becomes covered in flame-like shadows and becomes heavily obscure to others. And darkness radiates out from him, looking menacing AF.
Very spooky.
And how does Nana look? Is she doing okay?
Looking rough. Looking rough. I would say in D&D terms, she has hit bloodied.
Then Roshan will
And she's blind still.
use some healing light on her, and heal you for 4d6.
Wahoo!
All these fancy abilities coming out
Oh
today.
wow. 8 6s, 14.
Is healing light not a
16.
touch spell?
Nope, it's within 60 feet.
Oh, wow.
How much was it? I'm sorry.
16.
Nice. Thank you very much.
And
I don't
then
suppose it
Roshan
does
will walk
anything.
menacingly toward the ones accosting Nana.
Oh, buddy.
Are you going fully into it? Because I'm sure you could get there with your movement.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure. You walk out, sort of engulfed in like rippling and moving shadow, and come take a stance to be part of this little party.
And because I am heavily obscured, attacks against me are at disadvantage.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Works for me. That is Roshan's turn. Hey, Bradley, we're here. He would dash another 60 feet.
Away he goes.
And he's gone.
God
Nana,
love him. Yep.
you're in it. Fen, you're the next player character on deck.
I mean, this asshole who keeps touching me, I'd really love to attempt to shank.
Sure, disadvantage.
Yep. Okay. I'm sure a 13 will not hit. And second
13
attack-
hits.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. All right. Cool. In which case, I would like to, as soon as the hit connects, soon as I feel that happen, I would like to cast Favored Foe upon this guy. That won't help me. No, including when I mark it. I increase
There
the
you go.
damage by
Go for it.
1d6. Hell yeah. Cool. Excellent. In which case... Oh, fantastic. 12 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then I'm gonna slash him again. If I
Go
can
for
hit
it.
him. That's another 13 to hit.
Yep, that hits. He is a
Excellent.
dude in a cloak.
Fantastic. That makes me feel a lot better. Frankly. Yeah, okay. So it's only the first time on each of my turns. But I'll be able to increase that later. 14 points of slashing damage.
You hear a thump in the snow.
Don't touch me again.
He physically cannot.
Good. Thanks. Nana would like to try and... Is there... Okay, so this is a magical condition. Is there anything that she can do about the blinded condition, or does she have to
She
try
can
and, like,
roll a
grope around for
Constitution
rope?
saving throw.
And not be shit?
Yeah, I mean, people have
Once
abilities
for
that can
every
help.
at the end of every turn.
Yeah,
You can
You
add
do
your
have
bardic,
bardic
if you think you're
inspiration.
close.
fair enough. What's the dice for a bardic?
D8.
D8.
So
Okay.
you can roll first
Well-
and then add it if you need to.
Fair enough. Let's give it a shot. Constitution saving throw. Do I still have the additional +1 from the snow trick, or is that not there this time?
You didn't grab snow this time.
Fair enough. That's understandable.
And that was a
I'm
kindness.
I'm going to use my bardic inspiration because I feel like
Go
this
for it.
won't need that much more. 18?
so sorry, Nana. You're still blinded.
Gods damn it!
Nana is just like kind of almost like clawing like at her face aggressively, trying to clear her eyes and just cannot.
Like,
You
she's
standing your
full-ass
ground?
killed a man already. She's still blind, just clawing at her face in frustration.
All right. Nana, you staying?
She will attempt to walk... Well, I mean,
You can
I'm
go
sure
wherever
she
you
heard
want.
Yeah, she's going to try and, like, close ranks with Roshan. Kind of like...
Yeah, you can just step next to him if you'd like to. He's right
Yeah.
next to you.
Step next to him. She can't see him, but once she bumps into him, she's like,
Oh, you can see Roshan. You very much can see Roshan.
oh yeah?
He is engulfed in horrible, like, moving and roiling shadows.
You get a haircut.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Nana looks at you, unseeing, but feeling just this, like, odd heat coming off of you from where these shadows kind of, like, lick and move, kind of opposite of the fire. You can hear the sound of drawing bowstrings and the soft muttering of incantations as a huge crab
No.
forms
boy.
itself in the back of the tree, and Kel, you watch as its eyes move from Sunny to you. And that is where we are going to stop for today.
Huge crap.
Thank you all so much for being here and sticking through this this big boy combat. That's a real big boy.
Who would have thought? It
Hey,
seems so
we-
simple.
We've just brought virtual into the game. This is one of the biggest
Yeah.
combats this is the biggest combat we put into it. And all of us,
Which is astounding.
well, I would say most of us, a lot of us can't do math. So,
Yep.
hey,
Yep. Yep.
that's
Yep.
how it be. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. If you'd like to, see some stuff, learn some things, you can head over to youtube.com/thedicecult where you can watch past episodes. How did we get here? Why do we know each other? Why are we so afraid of barrels and dudes in cloaks? We could find that out. Easy peasy.
And crabs.
And
We are very afraid of.
crabs.
There's a lot of triggers
Intensely.
today in the combat.
Yep.
Yep. If you'd like to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. If you'd like to keep up with all of us, we are at the Dice Cult on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you again for being here. We appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story, and I think we can jump back into the thick of this combat next time. Same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.
Thanks
Where
for
can we
joining
buy
us,
dice?
cultists.